This might be the first time that you are...
Oh my god, this is so
it's
exciting.
It's coming. It's on the way. So why Ricky then? Very quickly, why Ricky? Because we know how these ratings work. It's based on a load of different stats.
He's so impactful with the AWP and the rifles. That's what I like about him so much. It's like he seems hybrid. Yes. He's more than happy for Kusta to be on the AWP primarily, but then he gets the rifle. He's just as good, if not better, than the rest of the players on his team as well. He seems so like dynamic in that sense. He's really happy to take duels, very confident. T side and CT side as well. Finds rounds out of nothing, and that massive round as well. You think back to it, like there was a trifecta set up on the T side when they had the bomb down. CT's pushing through that. I'm not sure if he was involved in that, but still, you get the point. I just thought he was really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're kind of delaying this until we kind of get this sorted.
Yeah,
but
he's an animal.
Is it even Ricky? Before you maybe build this all up, and it might not even be him. You know.
No, that's the point. That's why I wanted you to talk
like
about Ricky, because that's quite interesting.
It's got to be. He was an animal.
I think him, or maybe Cutler. I think Cutler got just as many frags, and his were like huge as well in terms of like locking he was often in that heaven area, finding kills above them, boosted up in the bomb train as well. I'm really liking that boost right now, because obviously you got the wall of smokes, right? You don't see many teams boosting each other up just as they see the smokes come over and then shooting above them. It seemed like the teams weren't really ready for that whatsoever. That was quite cool. Showtime is also very good.
Yeah.
Maybe just got to say all the names until we get until you start nodding. It's like that's the one.
Yeah. Well, it is. I can tell you that as much as it is probably, it will be probably one of the two that you've said.
Oh, who do you think?
My pick would be Ricky. Not that I think Cutler doesn't deserve it. I just looked to me like Ricky had more impact.
Or Showtime, because he didn't really give us a clue until we said the word Showtime. But you can't. I guess, can you be the MVP if you don't win the game?
No, I mean, I guess you can if
that
it's just
hasn't
rating
happened
based.
yet. That'd be interesting. Maybe.
Okay, well that means it is a CLG player.
I do think
I'm reading James's body language.
I will say this. I think it's a good point.
Here it is. It's Cutler.
Oh, I got it. Nice. He deserves it, man. Like the fact is, like he used to be the in-game leader for this team. He never was known as a big fragger, or he really hadn't that much impact. And now he's turned his game around since Finesse has taken over with the in-game leading responsibility. Like he actually looks really good right now. It's similar to the sense of body I would compare it to. Nothing too flashy, nothing crazy. Not getting the sick clutches right, but he knows how to play his positions. He's finding good areas to hold. Great utility usage, great boost coming in, just smart play, gets the job done, and winning rounds for his team left, right, and center. 26 kills, 19 deaths, 6 assists as well. 7 trade kills. That's a huge number for him. That's great. So like he's always in the right position with his teammates, not baiting or anything. He's just in there with the pack and making sure he gets the job done. So that's really cool.
I mean, I like the point you brought up about Ricky's ability to pick up the rifle, right? Because I think back in the day, when the popular topic and every question you ask would be, who's better, Guardian or Kenny? And I think if you ask who's the best AWPer, that was a fun conversation. But if you ask who's the best player, you'd always say Guardian because Kenny might be on the same level when they both had AWPs, but half the game you're not going to have that. And Guardian was just better with a rifle than Kenny was. I
think that's changed now.
That could have changed now.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I said, if you're going to have like a good AWPer in your team, then it's really valuable for them to pick up a rifle and be good.
If you think of some of the other prolific AWPers, JDM, for example, is not known to be a great rifler.
That was a big drop off. Yeah.
Right. So it is definitely something you need to have in your wheelhouse to actually be able to be a top AWPer. I think you can't just rely on the AWPer itself. You need to be able to use the SMGs and the rifles if and when required, right? So that's a huge asset to have. And Ricky, he seems world-class with both weapons right now. So that's really exciting for him, coming from a team like Renegades, who never really got that much done in terms of the last few months of his tenure there. And now it's looking like CLG could be quite a dangerous team. Like if they can continue this kind of form up, that's quite exciting for him.
Yeah. Let's see if they continue to be dangerous on Cash then. Let's have a little bit of chat about Cash. What can we expect to see from this map in particular?
Well, this is Luminosity's pick, right? And famously, Cash lends itself to the aggressive CT stance, so allowing yourself to have your big players go for picks at the start of the round, mainly towards A main and squeaky door, but you do have the option to push B as well. It seemed like that's what CLG's problem was on train, on their T side. So they need to be very wary of that. That's going to be happening left, right, and center all over the map. Obviously, got counter boosts in middle as well. They need to be very careful that Luminosity don't shut them down at the start. They can't rely on getting 12-3 halves and coming back and for this huge reverse rate. That's not going to happen every single time, right? They were lucky to win the pistol in the second half. That didn't happen on train. Probably wouldn't be feeling so good going into the second map right now. So I think they need to look out for that, but also need to be confident in their own gameplay, and we need Ethan to show up if possible. That would be nice, because he's been great all tournament.
We were picking up before.
You can be fantastic in group stages, but if you shit the bed when the actual playoffs begin, then that's no good. Like no one's going to remember your group stage performances, right? So
and because his name's backwards.
And I'm not a fan of that. Let's not get me into that.
Sorry, I may have triggered Henry there by saying that.
Anyway.
No, how did you feel, Anders, about Cash going into this?
I mean, for me, so just because of how standard a performance Showtime had earlier when they were playing this map, I think if I'm CLG, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to control the middle.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't run up highway. Make sure he doesn't get in there at all.
Get it down, your son.
Yes.
Get it down.
Look straight into the camera. That's what I like.
Oh,
Eye contact.
That's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Keep the eye contact.
That's
No, this is too much. This is too much. Now.
That is
It's
captivating.
erotic, isn't it?
It is kind of. Oh, he's
we just-
given up. He's done. He's off. He's leaving. No, he's good. Okay, sorry, Anders.
Do you want to comment on the banana at all?
This would be some good play-by-play.
I think he was keeping the focus real well with the banana at the beginning. I think now it's become a casual thing, and that's always disappointing when you don't follow through to the end. So
A bit like Ethan in the tournament so
Exactly.
far.
yeah,
Let's see. He can probably pick it up though on Cash. We hope. Like he's been impressive so far before that.
Well,
before
Luminosity
train.
look a bit dejected over there. I thought they were supposed to be brothers. Where's the high fives, the huddles?
I'm sure they'll huddle
family
again
love.
before the map starts.
Well, I mean, how do you psych up the team after this? You know, I mean, I actually think this is almost a sort of a thing. Let's say the halves had been reversed and they had had a really terrible first half themselves, and they almost sort of came back to win it, but then didn't really at the end. You know, maybe they would say, "I would give it a best shot," but but once you've got that feeling in your mind that says we should have won it, we really already kind of have won it.
Yeah.
And now we lost it anyway. That's almost worse. Like I think in some ways they would have been better off losing
Those are
train.
the most gutting defeats
they
you can
really are.
have. Like I tell you that, if you go up a massive lead and then you end up losing it, it's actually much more detrimental to the team than losing like 16-1.
Yeah.
You'd prefer that, get out of the way, say that wasn't our map pick, whatever. But to lose it in that sort of fashion, and then they're like, God, we could have got the 2-0 here. That could have been it. Why did we drop off so much? Why are we making these bad calls? And you dwell on that first map instead of focusing on the next one. You're all kind of sat there saying, why did you make that call? Why didn't you do that? Why did we buy that round? Why are we force buying this? So that is a problem, actually. That would kind of be really upsetting for the team.
Okay, great. Thanks for your insight, guys. We will come back after this map. While the players over in Santa Ana have one of their 5 a day, we will go and chat to the casters after a very, very short commercial break.
What you have released is unlike anything we've ever faced.
What's happening?
You have been selected.
Give in to me. I'm scared.
The Mummy, rated PG-13.
What a start from Red Bull. Third row to second before the first corner. And we've got a Toro Rosso in the wall. Just carry on. Let's go.
I was going to try and play that off. I was like, that is Matt's face when he's really excited to go see The Mummy, when he's seen a Tom Cruise movie on the screen for the first time.
Top Gun was the only good one.
That's not true.
That is true.
We had this conversation
No,
last night.
we did. I still maintain that that
Top
is
Gun
true.
is pretty incredible.
Yeah,
to
okay.
be fair. It's not the only good one, though.
Caveat's having a shocker. Carry on.
I don't
Just
care.
carry on.
Don't care. CLG LG Map 2 is about to come live now. It's going to be at Cash, Matt. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think Cash is. It's weird because it's such a commonly played map in North America, but a lot of North American teams have struggled on it recently. But CLG, yeah, double up setup, definitely formidable. Ricky, Kusta, I think they should take this one. I don't think it'll be quite as bizarre in the fashion the rounds are gathered in terms of just a tale of each half. But I think CLG could win this.
Which map? Do you remember at all?
I think CLG picked Train, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit worried for the CT side of Cash. For all North American teams, essentially, but that's kind of the frightening thing. And also, I don't think this is a map that CLG is going to be able to have that much of a comeback. Like, to go from 12-3 and then have a 13-1 half following that up on Train, that's craziness. Yeah, CLG pick Train, Luminosity pick Cash. You're right on the money there, Matthew.
Thank you.
Right on the dot. Either way, you can see there, headphones aren't all on, so we have some time to have a little bit of a chit-chat. Yeah, the double op setup is going to be quite nice and dangerous. We saw Kusta kind of step it up with the with his opping towards the end of that Train game. He was a very, very, very slow start, and I mentioned if he didn't get under swing that he might just give it up to Ricky for this map, as we've seen in the past. But either way, I think he picked it up enough to at least test the waters here. The big thing to watch is this is one of those maps where I think LG's game plan on this is going to be pretty solid. Some of the ways they run their strats.
Well, we've got a minute more to talk about it, it seems, because we don't have headsets on everyone on the Luminosity side. I think we've got a slight delay, but okay.
One of the players is peeing.
It's too much 5-hour energy. What do you think about the mixed jerseys?
I like them.
I think it's cool, but I don't know if I agree with different designs as well as colors.
I love it.
Because, well, the problem is that it's not as easily to identify as the brand other than just the logo. I think maybe they are the same design, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. It's the camo on Cutler's sleeves that are throwing me off.
Kusta's wearing a watermelon one.
Ooh.
It's quite nice.
Ooh.
It is quite nice.
Yeah.
But from like a marketing perspective, I think it's great, right?
Smart, yeah.
There it is.
For $5,
Watermelon.
it's the same. Oh, that is amazing.
That's pretty sweet, isn't it?
That is actually, I kind of like it. I
Yeah.
love watermelon. I've yet to do the trick with watermelon where you cut into it and take the blender and stick down in to make it a smoothie. Have you seen that? So
yeah.
you take a full watermelon,
I've never done it either.
fully enclosed. You cut a square in the sort of the side or the top of it and stick one of like an egg beater style blender down into it and just brrr, and then you just stick a straw into it.
Have you done the rum bottle? You just puncture the rum bottle into it and just let it sit like overnight.
Ooh.
Soaks all the rum into the fruit.
Ooh. Ooh. Sounds like a cool
different
thing.
childhoods, apparently.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool thing to do. Well, I was going to say I pour rum into mine too, but I was trying to be polite on stream. That's interesting because that sounds like something you do on like a nice beach day when you get some chicks around that would like that stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the customary knife round is over. The customary and meaningless knife round has been completed, so we are going to get live into this very, very shortly. You can see the beautiful map fly through. That is indeed Cash. We have seen a lot of battles on Cash this week. Back at it again.
Yeah, I think it's probably the most. I'm trying to think. Most played map, maybe.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Inferno's least played. I think Chad said 1 of 20. Nuke. We haven't seen any nuke.
We haven't seen any nuke. Have we seen Inferno even at this minor?
Once.
Really?
I just said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if I actually trusted you saying that. I just wanted to double check.
That's cool. Don't worry about it.
Who played it?
No one listens to me. Chad tweeted it 1 of 20. Would you trust Chad? Trust Twad?
Not necessarily. Probably, though. Probably
Okay.
more so than you, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's fine. Don't worry about it. I get it. You just don't respect my incredible insight.
CT side for
chuckle all you
CLG
like.
as the freeze time wanders down. We've got utility on Pickle, Smoke Flash, and we've got Smoke Kit on Ricky.
How is Van Dorn ahead of Alonso? He must have had a terrible start.
Must have.
Dear God. Shiz out toward me to start it off. Bomb's leading off toward A, but he's going to drop it over, and then he himself will start to just make sure there's no one pushing up. No boost on top of red for him, so he won't get a shot, just information. Interestingly, there's a smoke heading out toward the door. So, fast play to plant. Single smoke and flash for PKL. Does he go the highway smoke bounce?
This is a very weird defense from CLG. Both players at forklift. This can either go amazingly well or just terribly wrong. If Ethan gets killed very quickly, or if FNS doesn't get any kill, I mean, they can just get overrun so quickly, both of them. No crossfire set up in this A bomb site. It's a little bit dangerous, and the rotations are so very far away. So if those two players go down, this bomb site is taken very quickly. No indication whatsoever yet from LG if they're going to hit this bomb site. They do have players set up in A main, but they seem to be moving them around a lot. Looks like the bomb is just going to rotate around towards door, have a quicker path into the bomb site. Doesn't have to run the gauntlet as much. There's the smoke.
The double play at forklift gets tested. Ethan comes out reasonably well for it, but he backed off behind the smoke that did land at highway from the door. And he's got not a lot left to live, I was going to say, but there's fine Showtime wrapping around the white box. He survives. FNS did go down, but they've got the advantage despite the bomb plant. They've got a kid on Ricky as well, which gives them a chance.
Yeah, Ricky's going to push in. I don't think Showtime needed to be that aggressive on the flank quite yet, but either way, this is the situation. Ethan having some nice shots. He finally goes down. Yell and Shiz left, and they're going to do some work, but not enough. Kusta's going to find the final kill, and that's going to be the defuse.
And Cutler picked up the smoking kit that Ricky had, but they won't need it. So...
Yeah, I don't think Showtime, could have waited. They had the bomb site, right? He didn't need to make his presence known in mid. He didn't need to quite initiate the flank and take that fight on Ethan, and he just gets clotheslined. But yeah, this is the thing. That door opens up, and FNS, that's really not a good fight. You have nowhere to go from that corner. This is the situation. They already have the bomb site. They're getting the bomb planted right now, so he can delay that. Because it's basically a gamble. Ethan has to decide how patient he wants to be, how long he wants to wait before he checks that, and before he turns back into the bomb site. So if you make him sweat it out a little bit, if you let your teammates initiate the action, you can be the one pushing up that flank up highway, and you can have at least maybe one easy kill. Speaking of easy kills.
Bye, Showtime. Bye, Felicia. Ooh. Ethan gets blocked by his teammate and then says, well, if you're going to make me fight, I will, and I'll do it right.
Yeah, but the double nades is quite nice. So is the mowdown. Ethan, 6 kills in 2 rounds so far.
Yeah, considering he had very little to start the last game, this is doing all right. And he'll pick the round up, no surprise. All 5 staying alive, that's the better aspect of it.
Well, here comes the buy out of the Luminosity side. AK-47's being picked up. Not a lot of utility going to be brought to bear in this one for Luminosity. Either way, Kus is going to have the AWP. You've got a couple Famuses on board for Ricky and Cutler, getting that extended range. UMP on Finesse. He'll probably likely play close up somewhere. Looking at the moment like it's going to be in mid. Nades out. Heavy presence towards the A-bomb side for the T side pretty quickly.
Nice Ferrari ruined the race by having a bad start. Thanks for tell, you dick. PGL, Chiz towards Squeaky Door. They're going to open it up. And no peek from Highway. I expected that there would have been showtime. Through the smoke, nails Ethan. That's quite good, I have to say.
You know, this might be a crazy idea, but I think if you're CLG, you just call a save at the moment. The tough part is, because that happens so suddenly, they have to like fight to get into saving positions if they wanted to go that route, but I don't think they have an avenue into this retake. That was a great, I'm assuming LG maybe countered some kind of setup they see, but no one from CLG at the A-bomb site early on. Obviously, you never really expect a hit to come in that quick. Just walk to the door, open it, and get into the bomb site. So at the moment, Ethan hadn't quite gotten back to cover that portion of the defense, and yeah, missing the knife is, hate to see it.
It's pretty good. But they did call the save, so at least they're playing the long route. A lot of reinvestment for them, so they have to, despite not losing any members in the last round. So
it's just a good, clean win. And I mean, this kind of sets this up to be a brawl in the next round, because both teams are going to have everything they kind of want, all the utility, all the weaponry that they could ever need. And Luminosity is going to get a decent bank behind it, so they can go for some kind of a extended investment. Yeah, but I think that teaches CLG a little bit of a lesson. I think it's going to be a while before we see that A-bomb site left completely wide open for the first 20 seconds of a round.
I ponder, because that was very convincing, but it's Kusta that's going to be on the AWP.
This is what you maybe would have expected in the last round if they had Kusta on Highway with the AWP and towards door. That could maybe have worked, but just Ethan coming back just isn't prepared for it whatsoever. Very spread out from both teams. You could see LG just looking for anything, any kind of aggression, just setting up all across the map. It's essentially a straight line from both squads, just drawn along the map. Shiz ruining that, going to look for a boost, but either way. Presence from Pickle, an aggressive lurk going on, keeping the attention. Kusa trying to spam with the AWP, so they've located that weapon. They know it's at the A-bomb site now. Does that influence where they want to go? 3 players are kind of geared over towards that A-bomb site. And actually, after making his presence known, Kusa and Ethan change positions. Oh, God.
Kusta tries to go through the open doorway, but can't find it. If their smoke off to A main will slow down the 2 players inside that want to get out. It's Yell and Destiny. Bomb's going to rotate back away from the long position, but they still look like they want A main. Door open. That smoke lineup is for close side, so that's quad smoke from PGL this time. Pushed in, and they weren't ready for it, but still get away with it. Flash didn't really catch anyone, and Shiz comes out with the kill. I think the smoke's already been deployed for PGL, so there's a timer. They've got to go. They've got to get through the quad. Ethan's already set for it. Flash was a little bit late, and as such, it's all too easy. They stay alive. Kusta and he still have the crossfire set. Flashes through this time. Back's turn. They jump in. Kusta gets 1 and 2, surprisingly, from the position he's in. But Shiz on 19 will get the bomb down. 7 for Destiny. Ricky and Cutler are in a much better position. Take the weapons you like, boys.
Yeah, they would love to have just 1 HE, and there's a nice tap. Pre-firing the angle, jiggle peeking. Shiz out in the open. Destiny now, this is going to be tough. Although with the AWP, you can do it. They have to bait out a shot, showing the elbow. Patience, there it is. Bait it out. Ricky finds the kill. Great work. Kusa and Ethan in the bomb site holding on as long as they possibly could. And the 2-on-2 win from Ricky and Cutler. Very nice composure for CLG down the stretch. 3-2-1. Also important is, I mean, even though FNS doesn't get a kill with that pop flash in A main, that's what you need to do on the CT side. You need to find the information. You can still kind of hold this off. You can see they do a very good job. There's some dicey moments in here for Ethan. But the fact that they hold on for as long as possible and do so much damage is massive.
Well, it does Leave a little bit of money left over, enough for a buy at least, for Luminosity. Bet this will be it if they don't win this one. At the same time, they could whittle down CLG still. It's back and forth early on, which I like to see compared to the last game that we just had, the last map, I should say. Kusta, open door, checks it, spots or at least anticipates flash. But he's not cowering away by any means.
PGL blinded himself, right?
Yep.
Now he's got to get out of there. Yeah. Pop flash to get him out as the smoke fades. No one wanted to mess with that AWP. So for now, again, just a default from both teams. Pretty much the same positions as last time for both squads. Just waiting to see what's going to come. But yeah, that's a very cool early brawl that we have going on in this match. Both teams right now in a situation trying to sustain that economy, trying to build it up just a little bit. Pop flash in. This time there's no peek. Setting things up for the future. And this could be a very tough spot for Luminosity to deal with.
Ethan, you've done yourself in. Ricky's got showtime on a trade. I'm impressed with Ricky this weekend, I have to say.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal, hasn't he? This is great, though. This is great organization. Kusta's watching highway and mid. We just saw aggression out towards the B bomb site to see what they're going to find. Now we see aggression towards A. FNS has all the information. He's going to be on a quick flank. 2 players at the B bomb site. This is defended very well for CLG. The kills just need to go their way, and it starts out well for Ricky.
Ricky's still sitting at the back of the site, but watch PGL. He slips up. Takes a while to get Kusta down, give him a chance at a shot. Now he's a little bit confused as to where he wants to go. 12 HP, he's all that remains. And it seems so great in his positioning, but unfortunately now it's just really running to try and get the bomb over toward A, potentially.
Oh, he can't even get there. There's no time.
12, you're right, there is no time. 12 HP, he does stay alive, though.
Oh, Ethan loses a ton of money there. They need to get the AWP. Kusta dropped it, and they haven't found it yet. There it is.
There it is.
Right at the end.
They got her.
4-1 for CLG. This is a very good start for them, obviously. PKL is going to have that AK. This could be interesting to see if we saw some of that from Luminosity on Train, right, where they bought up around like 1 saved off. But I think that was more when they could afford some rifles around it. This time they'd only be able to have some upgraded pistols. We do see some small investment in Deagle out of Showtime. That's about it. But another round. I mean, the economy for CLG still isn't growing, so this isn't the worst thing ever. Interesting. I think Kusta and Ricky just switched weapons. Or Kusta and Ethan, excuse me, switched weapons. So Ethan has the AWP with no armor.
Well, behind forklift, Kusta's still going to flirt with the idea of peeking back out toward door, but knows they're inside of A main, so has to hold a tighter angle.
It's a small goof, but I think it's just because Kusta with the armor is playing up close. Don't want to put that up and someone with no armor in a very mid-range fight.
For stopping, you idiot. Mercedes just got handed the race on a platter now. Counter smoke in toward A main. What is that?
Yeah, that's a smoke like a limp dick, isn't it?
Okay, Jason. Jeez, bud. Worse than Anders.
Well, Ethan now holding the angle. Someone's going to walk right into this. It's PKL. There goes the AK-47. That's a good find. He can fall back as well. No one's there to follow that up whatsoever. It's a pretty aggressive position without armor to have, but either way, he's going to readjust. No pressure from LG. I mean, they don't really have any tools except for this AK-47, so they kind of just have to recycle it, shuffle it around, see what they can find, but they're not even applying anything. They're not even like, I mean, obviously no utility, but even this Deagle isn't really probing, not flushing anyone out of positions to make it easier for this AK. Ricky's going to oblige by just stepping out, but that's a quick kill, an easy kill. There goes Showtime. The round's all over. 13 seconds left. And they all fall down.
Well, CLG's got the start they want now. It's been all CLG for the last 2 halves that we've seen. I think Luminosity's gotten 2 rounds in the last, what are we on, 7 here? So 6, 15, 16, because they got the last one in the second half. What's that, 6 and 16, 22? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 20 and 22 right now is the recent score. Just so you know.
Thanks. Sec 9 on PKL. That's because he saved that AK-47. Didn't get any bonus money from that round. And this time, much more not being spread out across the map. This is just a much more aggressive attack from LG. 4 players over towards the B bomb site. Shuz is going to be lurking in the door, making sure no one's pushing it. It might get a little bit aggressive, but at the moment, all the pressure being applied to this B bomb site. Ricky and Cutler. They're going to get some advanced positioning. Here comes the hit. Smoke fades. Checkers control goes to LG. There's a third member of CLG here, though. That's FNS. He's up top. This should be a pretty solid defense for the CLG guys. As I say that, they're all rotating away. Ricky's the only one here. They haven't cleared the spot. There's one. He gets a second. Oh, almost a third, but Cutler, he tries to come back into it, but he just rotated too far off.
Oh, apparently it was mechanical. Bomb plant for Showtime. Good position from Yell as they try and push through. Immediately inside of the smoke. They would have expected him to be slightly further inside of the site. Now he goes into hell. And he'll sit to watch to make sure Showtime's fine and comfy as they try and get further away from the bomb. Don't want to get stuck on top of the platform itself because all CLG really has to do is keep them around the bomb and make them go down with it. Oh, we've got a drop. That's one of the players that was alive as well. So they should still win the round, but that, there's probably going to be a pause to medic that because he's going to want his money back.
Yeah, you don't like to see it, do you?
Yeah, because that's what I was about to say is if they keep them around with the bomb and get them down, they'll lose the economy for it because they're going into essentially a reset. So one dropping is actually a big deal.
Yeah, that's actually huge. That would have to be a rebuy. So
he's still on yours.
No, he just joined back.
Oh, he did join back. So he joined back before the end of the round, though. Did he get his gun? And money seems fine? Yeah, no, I think it's fine.
I don't know. It's paused right now, so I don't know what the decision is going to be made. I don't think that's a timeout. I think it's more a pause to see. I think they just have to talk about the issue, see if something's going to happen with it. I couldn't tell you, Matthew.
When he came back in on your screen, before the round ended, it looked like he was alive with an 8K. That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah, they're saying ready. They're saying they're good to go.
Yeah,
so.
I think the money and gun looks fine. I think everything worked out.
Conflict avoided. 5-2. CLG out of money though. Ethan with 50, Ricky with 300, and FNS with 0. It's kind of stinks that round because CLG had a great defensive setup, didn't they? They had 3 players there. They had FNS above. They had Cutler in the bomb site. They had Ricky pushed up into the corner, who got 2 kills. And I think they were just so confused by the amount of pressure that was thrown and then the delay before the players actually showed up. So Luminosity just found that timing where CLG's patience broke. Either way, another round here. Big advantage for CLG in the sense they have 2 AWPs. Ricky's now picked one up as well. How aggressive do they want to get? He's the only one at the B bomb site. He's going to push right out. Aggressive, of course. Pop Flash pushing him back for the moment. Yeah, because he loses that angle, I don't think he wants to mess with it again. This is the typical 1-3-1 setup you see with a double op and heavy play towards the door again for LG. There's a good find from Kusta. Jumping up at the right moment. He's got to be careful though. They can wrap up on him. He's the only one here and he gets a second. Massive, I thought he was going to get that flick.
Absolutely thought he was. They didn't go fast on the wrap. It gave him a second shot. He did well, all things considered. It's down to just PGL. Nade through. He's damaged on to 66. Good luck, as he's got to get the bomb as well. It's in the open. But Kusta's the one to really control the pace in that round. Especially, as you said, he was alone.
It's hard to know if you're Luminosity, obviously. Like, 1-3-1 is definitely popular when there's double op, but it's so hard to just assume in your head that the opper is the only one there, right? You still have to be pretty cautious and clear out the other corners. It's kind of pick your poison. And once they eventually realized he was the only one there, it was kind of too late. He already got a second kill. The rest of CLG had arrived. Good round from Kusta overall. Luminosity going back to what worked earlier in the half, and this time it's shut down. Pistols now for the Brazilians.
Waiting, patience, easy kill. Destiny just walks in. Lackluster shoulder bait when he stopped up and then just stutter stepped into the crosshair. Showtime wants to walk around in B main as well, but Ricky's repositioned to the secondary door at checker. It should be another straightforward execution. Assassination.
Assassination, I like
Yeah,
that.
execution doesn't work because that could mean throwing smokes, you know?
Ooh, tagged through the wall.
Yep. 46. I think it's legged through the wall. Not just tagged, but less damage. As a result, that time the shoulder peaks a little better, and that time the flick's pretty good too. Gets Showtime on the second shot. Switches to the pistol. 3 for him. Make it 3. Shiz gets the kill. Yeah, the exact same as it was. But Ethan gets yelled backside vents, and it's down to just Shiz. He's picked up the AWP, but I doubt there's really much in it.
Apparently he's not an opera.
Yeah, aim punch was massive there too.
Can they recover it? Yeah. But still, I mean, Ricky's just bloodthirsty right now, isn't he? No need to stick around and take all those fights. I'm just going to harp on that issue today. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but dropping that up gives him a chance to maybe get one more kill, keep beating up that economy. Those are the small things. 7-2, CLG with a pretty solid defense so far. Luminosity's T-sided game plan, both maps, has looked a little bit lackluster, but we'll see what the mid-half adjustment is. 9 rounds in, this is the 10th mid-control coming out for CLG. It's just FNS and Ricky, but at the moment they've got it. And the op on Ricky is going to stay at sandbags, waiting for anyone to come through. They're really doing a good job of making these ops very mobile. A lot of different looks. Ethan's taken control of A main as well, with the help of Kusta, who's got the long-range angle there. Now Ricky's going to get pressured, isn't he? Takes a shot, misses, one below, flicks down, gets himself in a safe.
Oh my goodness. The view as he just sees the player falling on top of him is like a moment of doom. Well, one shot for Ethan. Actually got 2 there. Take that back. He actually got 1 through the other, it appears.
That was quite nice. Especially another unfortunate timing with when the rotation goes away, because FNS had just started working his way around from highway, and he just gets back to prevent that from happening just a second too late. Cutler's going to have a big job to do here. And the only real option for CLG with this spread out is just to gamble. And Kus is on his way, but can Cutler hold out long enough? Brought it into a 1-on-2, smoked a delay. I think that might do it. Yeah, I didn't have time for the flashbangs, but Kus is here. Misses the initial shot, though.
Ooh. Kusta misses the initial and the secondary on PGL, so they'll get a ball plant 1-on-1, and Kusta wins it. He's looking hot today as well. It's going to be hot for a second as the Flames are beside him, but he'll get the defuse, no problem. 7-2 is going to amount to 8. Things are looking great. CLG out for a play date. They put the C in LG.
Just a complete switch up there.
Yeah.
These are really nice shots from Kusta. This is extremely aggressive as well, swing out. I mean, he knows the Molotov is going to force him into position. And I think it's more so because the assumption from the player in the terror side is probably that he's still in the safety of that little alcove, so he can pre-fire the angle in the window. Kusta just surprises him how far out he is, perhaps. But it is very much, if he misses that shot, he loses the 1-on-1. But a great round from him either way, because he does it all. LG looking a little bit stumped at the moment. 5 players towards this B-bomb, so they're going right back at it. Ricky's got to get in front of that Molotov. There's a crack in the smoke, which allows a free first kill and a second one. And Showtime is gone now as well.
Ricky's just desperately spraying in. No one there. He's like, please, more kills, more for me.
He's getting so aggressive at this B-bomb site.
Yeah, he's having fun.
I have to imagine that LG is going to be, that's quite nice. LG is going to be a little bit scared to go back to that B-bomb site.
Would not surprise me at all. Cutler's going to sit back this time and just set the crossfire with Ricky. He's down to 22 and FNS dropped, so they've got to be a little bit careful. They can't overextend, especially Ricky can't go aggressive to find the rest of his desired ace.
Well, I mean, this is very, very spread out. I guess the logic here for Luminosity is PGL, make a distraction, try and get a kill, yell out the door. Oh!
This is interesting now.
Yeah, now this gets a little bit dicey.
Oh my goodness, does it ever. Yell's picked up an AWP, 3 HP. It would have taken 1 more shot. Thankfully, he has armor. And it's now a 2 versus 2 inside of the site. Ricky again on 22. Has to rotate around from B. This round never should have got to this situation. This was a 5-on-2. Flames down. Cutler trying to burn PGL into the ground. Excuse me, it was Ricky that threw that, but either way, he's on 35. So the HP is still low enough on the Luminosity side, but they've got the AWP still in play. Yell, he could ace this back. Oh, so close yet so far. Still a chance for his teammate to win the round, but Cutler's going to close it. That would have been the most incredible ace of the tournament for Yell.
Yeah, that might have been.
They may still. No, okay,
No.
he's got it. He's got it.
So close. So incredibly close. That's the thing. I mean, that little bit of an opening that you give Yell when he comes out that door and gets the kill on Akusa, picks up the AWP, then everything changes, right? And they need to be very careful because CLG, I've been harping on it, you know, in situations where it's just hurting economy, but 4-on-2, these can't be situations you're put. I think Akusa, if I'm right on the mini-map, it even looks like he's maybe boosted up. That wouldn't make sense with the op, though, but I mean, you have to put yourself in better positions to where these kinds of things just can't occur. Just out in the open, no man's land. Plenty of open space for that op to go to work, and Yell almost pulls off a miracle.
That would have been just nutty. I would have bowed down. I would have painted myself yellow.
Could use some work.
Yeah. What I should have said is yellow when he got the 4th kill.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Kind of like hello.
You wasted all the good material in freeze time, then.
Yeah, but you know what?
You just save that for a month, no one's going to remember?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Don't spoil that for me. Look at Cutler getting aggressive this time. He's got one. Ricky bails him by getting Showtime, I have to say. He's at 19 HP. Friends for life, those two.
Yeah, look at this aggressive play from Kusa as well. Shiz is going to be a little bit angry.
Yeah, Lumi's just gotten absolutely wrecked this round.
CLG aggression, out of a pause as well, out of a timeout, so Luminosity coming up with some kind of a game plan, and then CLG just, the no respect, not giving a chance to execute it as well. Great change of pace from CLG. They've been picking up the aggression a lot on the CT side, suffocating Luminosity. 9-2 now.
PGL gets Kusta. Do one better than Yell. Nah, just kidding. 10-2 CLG. Again, all CT rounds today. Because we've got, what, 2 rounds in this game as well on the T side, so we've had 6... No, sorry, we've had 7 T rounds all morning.
I mean, the more damning result is that, well, Luminosity only has 3 T rounds so far across these 2 maps. Still 3 to go, obviously, but that's not a good track record for your offensive side of things. Back to the drawing board, perhaps, on these 2 maps. And again, just an awkward situation where one player, I mean, low on utility, they have to go for these rounds. Yell only has a Tech 9.
PGL, quick to open the doors. He jumps across it. Ethan can't do anything of it. He's trying everything, that PGL lad. That's one way to stop it. Yeah, you want to jump around? Nah.
Yeah, he's had enough, hasn't he? He's going to get aggressive.
That's pretty good from Kusta.
PKO was ready for that push. He was not fooled at all. Good return from Kusta, though.
Yeah, very, very, very
fortunate. Either way, mid control given up. While all that occurred, Shiz has worked his way out mid. Yell is in the vents as well, so they can really start poking and prodding at each bomb site. The tough part is the bomb is so far back for Luminosity. Destiny's going to have to be the one that goes and gets it. It may not matter. Showtime's going to work his way over, pick it up on his way to the A bomb site. Cutler and Ricky still not moving whatsoever, which means we better see some more heroics out of Kusta if they want a chance at winning this round.
Wait for it. Kusta has to hug the side of that container because it can't be open to both sides of A main. Push through from Shiz is quite peculiar that he's that far through it. Truck and Kusta's not done anything of it. So Ricky, smart awareness that could have easily gone overlooked. Kusta's still inside of the site. They can't find him. Showtime going to or not. I thought he would run around, and Kusta saving things inside of the site makes it 11 now for CLG.
There was about a good 20-second period in that round where Kusta could have been killed from any different angle, and it's like it's just the timing of everyone moving around him. Was it Shiz that got all the way to Truck and misses the kill on Ricky? That might have sealed the deal right there. Just never checked into the bomb site. These are a couple nice kills, but very, very fortunate on timing that round. Luminosity just seems to be stumped at the moment. Nothing's going their way. It's very demoralizing when you have matches feel like that. No matter what happens, the timing's not with you, the peak's not with you. And look, more aggression. Goose is going to get up and grab the angle. How far does he want to push, though? Not far at all. Drops the smoke, falls back. Again, heavy towards the A bomb site. 3 players here already for Luminosity. Shiz is going to start leaning that way. It's only Showtime over at the B bomb site. What distraction can he make?
Yell's got a good angle above the smoke to see quad.
I think they'll have heard that. FNS is at yellow. So
I was going to say that's pretty loud. Destiny. He did definitely hear it because he peeked into it, got the flash in, but Destiny was ready behind the box to get the kill.
It's a couple times they've tried to do that pop flash, so Luminosity ready for it there. They've seen it, I think, 3 or 4 times in this half. And it's usually coming within, 50 seconds to a minute.
Ooh, PKL's been tagged by the AWP apparently. Is he at, that's through the wall again.
No, I think he was at door at the time.
But, okay, was he at the door? Okay, because I see him backing up in minimap.
Yeah, he was, but I think he got hit at the door. It's just the bar on the graphic fades. It doesn't just happen instantly, right?
Yep.
Well, a lot of pressure on the B bomb site. Cutler's going to be here. He's got a counter flash. There it is. Ricky's right behind him, so a double setup. He's going to wait for that other flash to pop. There it is. Good kill for Ricky. Cutler can't do it, though, and this is pretty much over. The bomb site is swarmed. Kusta's here, and actually Showtime runs into the box. Makes this doable. Ethan's going to be rotating as well, and PGL still in mid.
Waiting to try desperately to get through. Kusta's trying the wall bang toward the garage. They're going to go into a good setup from the rifles, but Ethan opens it up. Low enough HP. He's going to go to the op because he's run out of ammo in the M4. Quick tap on the ball brings them into the site, but Yell's going to win the round. Luminosity find their third.
I think if he picks up an M4, that's much, much more doable either way. Almost a valiant effort. 11-3, Luminosity finally on the board again. It seems so long ago we opened this half by saying this feels like it's going to be a brawl back and forth. Some of those early rounds were very, very close, but it's been all CLG. Despite that, I mean, this is the last round of the half, so it doesn't really matter, but look at the economy is so low after this bye that winning, you know, they won 6 rounds in a row. They just weren't able to build up a whole lot of money. Regardless, this is the best buy LG has had for some time. Op finally in Yell's hands again. Ricky doing the hops. There's that same flashbang. It goes too far, though. It actually blinds Showtime. This could punish him.
Layup check.
It's a good thing as well. There's nothing worse than being that B player on the T side and throwing that flash and blinding yourself and then getting picked off.
Destiny's going to wait to see if they'll push through again. He knows they have. Who's just tagged this time, so PGL continuing to try and use that doorway. Do it again now, Kusta. Oh, if he shot the corner.
Ah, would have shut you up quick, wouldn't it have?
Nah, would have got really loud. Loud and proud.
Loud and proud. Yell's got the angle. Kusta's got to be careful while he peeks this. He's ready to be punished. Oh my god. Molotov forces him out.
Your catchphrase?
My catchphrase. Oh my god. What a map we just saw.
Smoke down Kusta won't be able to do anything. Yet, at least. Good shot, Ethan. No flash in front of him, and it's just Destiny walking into it.
Yeah, why is that the play from Luminosity? Why is it not an execute? One player walking out, it's too easy. And now you've got all the attention. This is just, that is a blunder of a round from Luminosity.
FNS behind it. Forklift still, but Yell gets him this time. Yell kills the man at yellow. There you go. Got it in there.
Yep.
As he's going to smoke off inside of the site. Shallow smoke that may have a gap at the backside of it when they cross red, so they're going to be a little bit careful from highway. But it's fence first they have to worry about. Yellow finds that. Kusta gets him back. We go 12-3 again at the half, this time for CLG.
Can Luminosity make the comeback? Same scoreline. They get one round right at the end there. What a dominant half, though. Ricky, stellar, Kusta next to him, and even Ethan. Those are like the top 3 you won on CLG. If you're CLG, everything is going according to plan. You have all 3 of your quote-unquote star players, your impact players, really, really producing in this match. You didn't have that on Train. That's why we kind of until the second half at the very least. So now, CLG, this is where it comes into what they mention at all times. Their first half was good. Can they close it on the second half? We know they've had issues with it. This should be enough of a cushion. Pistol round coming in, all 5 members of CLG over towards the A bomb site. It's a retake tactic. Retake from Luminosity. PGL on highway. Oh, and they're coming right now. They're playing rotate on both bomb sites. They're just ready for a quick to either one. There's a smoke for highway. No damage dealt. No fortunate shots landing on the head of any of the CLG members. They're gonna. This is ballsy plan. They're gonna get it though. Oh, good lord!
Wow.
Ethan
PGL
just gets wrecked.
That's so good. Bomb's already down, though. So CLG's in a good position. They just have to stay alive in this. Shiz has gone low enough. Glock at range won't matter against him. Glock at range certainly does matter against Yell, but good shot. Destiny's Kusta repeaks. It's the deagle for Ricky. Finally, it pays off. He's got 2 with it. Smoked off. He's no longer in the exchange, but it's FNS that's taking all the cash. He's going to take PGL, walk back out. Yell goes down. This round certainly is CLG's.
Yeah, great shots from Ricky, really stabilizing that. 2 kills overall, and it's the only 2 kills he needed. Without those 2 kills from the Deagle, I think that might be a loss. He's going to be smoked off, 5-on-2 in the bomb site. They've lost all great positioning for that retake. Kusa's death at Forklift really eliminated that triangle, but either way, the retake tactic starts out really good. That's a crazy shot that he hits that. That's really, really nice. But yeah, the retake tactic, it starts out nice, but they just can't get an avenue back in. Unfortunate 13-3 buy up in this round for Luminosity. CZ, 2 Deagles, UMP, Scout on board. We've seen CLG lose plenty of these this week. None would be more gut-wrenching than this one.
Well, Kusta in mid. Going to work with FNS. Kusta's got showtime immediately through the vents on the MAC-10, but they have lost FNS still.
Is that the AK? I think it was. They need to get that gun. They have to be careful, though, and it's happening.
Wow.
Matt, it's happening again.
They just lost 2. Ricky's pulled one back, but as you say, the AK was down inside middle, or was it? PGL's picked up a scout. Where's the other gun? They haven't made it to it yet because they rotated backside of B, not through mid itself. The AK is picked up now by Yell, so finally they'll get it into their hands. It may not matter, though. Cutler's the only one left against 3, and he's got them all around him. He's going to go aggressive. PKL's going to bait him in because he wants to draw the timeout as long as possible to get everyone in position. And it's a smart play. It's Luminosity that, yep, they've done it, Jason. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. CLG's going to have to work on that for sure. This is a couple times they've just been like kneecapped by it, right? Where this should be an easy standard closeout win. You know, at this point, Luminosity's pretty much got to buy up in every round just because the scoreline is so wide. If you win this, I mean, you're pretty much already at 15 rounds. Instead,
yep,
it's going to be a struggle.
A struggle is?
I mean, the tough part is the reaction to some people from CLG getting picked off in those rounds is just more individual play that follows it up. There's no real grouping up. It's, you know, Kusta's the next one on the hut on the roof in mid, and I don't know if he's trying to go for the AK-47, but he still gets peeked and killed by a pistol. You know, it's a situation where there's just not enough trading possibilities and cover possibilities for CLG. You know, it almost feels like they're trying to be too aggressive too quick, where you could just slow everything down. You have the advantage in weaponry. It's easy to recover from one kill.
Well, right now it's PKL on a scout. It's picked up, no less. So a free scout. I like free things, Jason.
Oh, free things as well. Well, I think they might be surprised by the AK-47 in Ricky's hands. Now they've given one over to Ethan. Fortunately, he's the only player without armor. So, tad unfortunate. Shiz is going to be here. He's going to toy with the smoke, trying to get over to Forklift. He's completely blind, though. Someone's got to cover that up. Another flash. That's a team flash. Shiz can go nowhere with that one. Molotov to force Ricky out into the open, and there's the kill. He's going to find another one on Ethan as well. No armor on that AK-47. It's a cleanup from here.
FNS with bomb down. A dream. A blinding light. The vision of Jesus in his hands.
One man.
A prayer. Throne. Cover blown.
What is it, poetry night?
He met his destiny. Yeah, I was actually watching a lot of poetry last night. The explaining my depression to my mother, reading by Sabrina, Sabrina Benaim? That is unfriggin' real. I'd never heard that before, and she nails that.
Okay.
You should watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
13-5 for CLG. You really can't go anywhere from there, can
No,
you?
you can't. You really can't.
13-5. So Luminosity with all the guns they can need, all the utility as well. This one should be pretty easy for them as CLG is going to be a save into the next round. The plant is nice, though. Gives them the extra $800, obviously. Any more economic damage they could do would be great. 2-3 kills, limit some of this money that's building up on the Luminosity side of things. Make a reset pretty easy. They're already getting flanked, though. Yell's pushed mid. He's going to get 3 free kills. That is the... Ooh, 2 free kills, excuse me. Ricky spins around very quickly there.
Well, it's Shiz that's going to get Ethan anyway. Come on, Ricky, MP9.
Jinxed it. He's going to get 3 kills there.
They just got that plant down, though, so that's all right.
Yeah, you're happy with that if you're CLG. The plan is very, very nice. Either way, Yell's the only one that falls. I thought he was going to build up so much money. That's the Alper as well. That would have been a sick 3 kill for him to have. Either way, he's sitting at about $7,600. He's going to be very happy with that. 13-6. This is one more save, one more reset for CLG away from being a very close game.
Kusta. Up to the truck. They're going to boost him up. AWP to try and catch anyone that goes white box early. The Flames make that a lot harder, though, don't they? Our graphics settings there, bright as can be and hard to see through. His might be a little bit different. Typically, I think people run lower settings on those for a reason.
Just a default right now from CLG.
CLD?
I said CLG. I think I might have mumbled it a little bit.
Okay. No one uses Mumble anymore. They're on Discord. Or TeamSpeak.
Acoustic boosted up now. Under the mid box. No, he's not actually. That's not the op going to boost up. It's color and FNS. So that makes you think it's going to be towards this B bomb site. Yeah, they're going to swing out. Now it's an op though from Yell. It's sandbags. He's going to get 2. Swift second shot. That shuts it down as well.
You check that play so much, and then you just let him sit there with an AWP. He put himself in the corner and left it there because Showtime's still around to protect. So he'll just stay in mid. Fine. Thanks, AWP. All good. Control middle. CLG is down to 2 players remaining, and the bomb is down in the cubby, which is about the worst spot it could be right now with the AWP still looming. They have a Molotov for Ricky, but not in a position to throw it. Down goes Ethan. Oh, yeah. Oh, that Molotov. Yeah, that one. The one that could have, cleared bags.
Or, I mean, the op getting boosted up, you could have at least held the angle for the repeat. Either way, a phenomenal round from Yell, holding off against the initial 2 attack. Just a very slow-paced, delayed mid-take from CLG, but wasn't executed well enough, was it? 13-7. We could see monumental comebacks from both of these teams, and this is one of the worries I have sometimes with CLG is the defaults. Sometimes they just don't. If the ops it seems like the ops don't get picked on their default setups. They just don't really have sometimes places to go with it. We saw it on Train quite frequently as well. When the ops weren't having success, it was like they had no answer. I'd be cautious on perhaps maybe picking up the aggression with some of the rifles. Either way, I don't think we'll see too much mid presence from CLG in the next round. That one might sting a little bit. Oh, that stings.
That's, yeah. Stings, burns, same thing. Skin transplants and all. Ricky's going to take down Shiz. Deep Smoke CT red, so it's going to be harder for PGL to try and work back in from highway. He's still going to watch over towards Squeak. That should have been a kill.
Yeah, what's he doing there? Well, I mean, CLG's in a horrible place for this retake, so they get aggressive. They knew it. They all grouped up, all 4 in the bomb site. You can't really hold off this retake in that situation like that.
We've seen this before.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the only play CLG had. If they just wait for that smoke to clear and they wait for the M4s and the utility to come in, they're all flush out of position. That's when Luminosity gets control of Forklift. They have an easy angle back into the bomb site. There's just nowhere for them to go. So the only place to go is forward. So a good idea. There's a Hail Mary. Didn't work.
So let me think about this. We've got 4, 3, 1, so we have 8 T-sided rounds all morning. Not bad.
That's pretty good. Maybe you need to look at it like it's what we've seen spectacular defenses this morning.
Yeah. I mean, in some ways we have. I'm not going to lie about it. Look, make your own opinion, okay? Think for yourself, Jason.
Looks like it's going to be just a standard execute here. Ricky, FNS, Cutler all lined up. Yep, here's some of the smokes. Not going in with it, though. Posturing like it. Mauling out vents. That's to delay any kind of quick rotate up towards highway. PGL and Shiz are just going to play retake. So this A-bomb site is wide open. They feel the pressure. They don't want to mess with these smokes. Hoping to get some lucky damage. Not going to happen, though. So bomb site is going to get planted. No, FNS gets taken out. That is fortunate. That's right through the smoke and a wall.
Kust is just going to... Double scope works. Sit and wait. Shiz goes back into it. That's better. PGL down. CLG looking like they're trying to close out the game. They're thinking about it now. Yell's thinking about not allowing them as he gets some shots off toward A main. Flash goes over. And when it catches is Ricky behind Fork, so he'll just sit, not peek, and then the blindness returns upon Yell. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. In this case, it's a flash for a flash. But their vision's back in a dash. Cutler and Kust to close the round. It's 14-8.
Yeah, great double kill from Kust to really allow CLG to get comfortable in post plants. You can see it slows everything down when it gets those 2 kills. Cutler's able to find a brilliant off angle in the door. Great round from him as well, and the execute works perfectly. Luminosity playing retake on that as well. You feel like you'd like to see them have some presence in the bomb site just to prevent that from coming in. Some of these post plants from them have looked sketchy to begin with in this game, and to give up the bomb site in that fashion, yeah, you kind of want to challenge it, I think. just when you're down this much as well, you can't always trust that you're going to do those kinds of retakes. You have to get in the bomb site, especially because they're costly with your economy. When you have to retake, use all the utility, potentially lose a couple players. You're giving up too much ground to a team that's too dangerous. Speaking of which, Kusta is already in checkers with his AWP. We didn't see how he got there. Just one smoke. He's already crossed. It's a double op setup. Showtime has his in CT spawn. That could get smoked off, though.
Did they know Kusta's in this far?
I don't think so, but they're feeling a lot of pressure. Look at how much utility is used.
Yeah, but they're using it toward the front. Oh, Shiz shuts everything down in A anyway. That's where the bomb is. Good play, Ethan. They used so much utility at the front of the site that I thought for sure they had no idea Kusta was in that far, but he's not able to do anything with it. So it would have been great if he could find a pick and force the rotations bomb going into A and all, but now it's going to be A picked up by, or it's going to be bomb picked up by Finesse, but he's alone. Down he goes. That's going to be the round.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it is. And you can kind of see what they're trying to do when Kusta gets in that position, trying to force some rotates out of that B bomb site, allow him to pick things. Just really good trading. Luminosity just covers up that A defense quick enough to make it ineffective. This spot could get dicey. Going for the same pick again. Doesn't see him through the Molotov.
Yeah, good play, Showtime. So
I like the idea of giving someone a checkers quickly. I think it might be a little bit more useful for it to be the AK-47, where he can be a little bit more aggressive in that position. He can do a lot of different things, a little bit more variety to what he's capable of doing. But either way, the idea is there.
Well, the interesting thing now is we got a timeout from CLG because they've just been reset. They'll be able to buy in the next. Oh, please don't buy now. Ricky 6,200, Cutler 53, but the rest are not in a good position. Just wait. You've still got a little bit of time.
They're going to buy.
You think?
I wouldn't, but I think.
Well, then we go 3 maps, and they would deserve it.
Well, Ricky can get an AWP, right? So that would make them pretty happy. You can get some Tech 9s behind this. No, just dropping the weapons.
That's
all right.
Good call. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You don't often see this kind of restraint in the economy.
In North America.
Anywhere these days, really.
It's true, actually, yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah, don't single us out.
Well,
Plenty of other things you can single us out for.
such as?
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
It's a laundry list, isn't it?
Laundry list of problems doesn't make you interesting. Ethan. Naughty. Heading out toward the door. Tech 9 in hand, so they dropped guns. Armor with it, so if they get some quick kills busting into the site, they'll be able to pick up guns. But this is smart from Luminosity to give up A with the close angles and play a retake.
Yeah, another retake tactic. This is really, really dangerous. They're doing this repeatedly. The interesting thing is they could actually lure CLG to thinking, okay, if you guys are going to play retake here, we're just going to hit this site every single time and go for it. Well, next time they could switch things up and actually play in the bomb site, catch them off guard. There's going to be one Molotov that flushes both Cutler and Kusta out into the open. There it is.
Oh! Oh, shot nearly goes through his teammate, but still lands. Showtime finds the kill. FNS. Oh, trying to get creative. Oh, okay. Yep. I'm all for it. Sloppy.
The bomb timer's low. They're not even on it yet.
This is actually impressive. Oh, Ricky changed his position at the exact time that they were crossing. They're going to get this because he goes to the knife. If he had sat with the deagle out and watched the same angle, he would have hit Yell on 16 HP, and they would have had a chance at it.
Why did he do that? No. You could see it coming as well. But yeah, nice retake, Luminosity with that. 5-on-5, just, again, not really too much advantage in the with the weaponry. It's a nice shot right there. These retakes, though, are going to get... I mean, you can see there's just so many situations when you're playing every round retake where even with just pistols, there's opportunity. There's the potential every single round of CLG winning one of those. That's why it's just so dicey for Luminosity to use that as a consistent strategy. Opening the door.
Closing the garage. Smokes. Yell. Good position. CLG, slow it down. You can't afford to give up this round.
I think they're going too slow right now in everything. But either way, now they're executing onto the bomb site. They lose presence in mid. They want to hit this. They've seen it played a lot of retake. It's not this time, though. There's Shiz in the site. An immediate headshot. The rotation is all here as well. 3 players, 1 going towards Forklift. That's PGL. Great positioning to have. And Shiz still moving around the bomb site. Clinical from Luminosity.
My head hurts. This is a good, very good defense from Luminosity. They are attacking exactly when they should. They're finding the openings and timings in their smokes. But from CLG, this is just a shocker.
Need more tenacity out of these guys. And this might be one of the issues they have with closing matches. It seems like they get to this point, and it's just, you're trying to play so safe. instead of going after and attacking for the win. It's starting to get a little bit sketchy. Luminosity making a comeback of their own on the verge of getting up towards 12. Double op setup still in play as well, and the money is pretty well built up. There's a leg shot. Kus is going to run through the flames. He's going to get taken down. The nade work, the utility work, the op work, and the M4. It's all lovely.
14-12. Luminosity's brought it all the way back. Another timeout called from CLG, unsurprisingly, and they've already bought, well, they bought 2 weapons. They've got money to buy on everyone, but is it going to be double ops T side? No, because Ricky's already bought an AK, so I'm off on that.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think it's really worth it on this map because you can.
No, but they've just done it so many times, right? You'd expect them to just go for it.
I think even Kusa is going to get an AK in this round.
I think he has to at this point. Get the utility.
I just want to see something a little bit faster paced. I don't want to see this spread out default. We're now starting to see Luminosity, that same kind of mode that we saw CLG get into in the first half, where they're really feeling it. They like to being aggressive towards mid. You saw Yell go for that same pick that Kusta was doing. You're starting to see them be much more mobile in how they're rotating back into that A bomb site, not playing it retake as much. You want to see CLG just take over a bomb site with conviction. Ricky's going to go towards the B bomb site. Ethan in middle for the moment. Kus to FNS in A main. Cutler at the door. So it's a default with a lean towards the A bomb site.
Yeah, just sitting to watch. A main, no smokes in front for now. Very, very, very important round for CLG.
This is the thing, though. Maybe it's because it's late and they just don't want to make a mistake that loses them the game, and maybe it's because they're going up against double ops. They've kind of lost the opportunity in that sense, perhaps. But there's no real action going on before the main attack comes in, right? Like you're not trying to get into a fight. You're not trying to force someone out of position. You're not trying to gain map control. It's just kind of like wait and make sure we don't get punished by something, and then execute. Here at the minute mark, this is looking like it's going to be a mid take. For the moment, PGL is blind, misses the flick over, and he's got to give up the ground.
Ethan behind the white box as a result. Smokes go in towards Z. This gives him a chance to wrap onto highway. There's 3 players going to triangulate in the site with truck included for PGL. In fact, he wants to get inside the smoke because he wants to push through it. Timely, Shiz already hits the first shot. They're not through the door. They've lost their opportunity to walk into the site. Shiz is just going to rip them apart. Round's done. Kusta does what he can, but forget it. We're 1 round apart. There's no money again for CLG. No bomb plant. They could force here, but it's if they do, that's the game.
Yeah, they got everything they wanted, right? They wanted to get mid control. They wanted to set him up. They wanted to split that A bomb site, and they had all of it. It's just Shiz. I mean, he should be dead here. You can't miss that kill when he's not even looking at you. You have to trade him out. That second highway player doesn't know if the attention's on him, and he eventually gets dropped by a teammate. So great defense. LG, now they're being very, very aggressive in the rotations across the map. And it's looking like 14-14, Matthew. As there are only Tech 9s, a P250, a little bit of utility on the CLG side. And now also, Luminosity has made the decision to not play retake on the A-bomb site whatsoever.
Molotov down in front of the door. Shiz takes out Ethan. Back into it. He finds another. 5 kills over the last 2 rounds, make it 6 as PGL will get Cutler. And we tied up. Again, 12-3, just like our Pro League Season 4. Every single time you hit a 12-3 score, it comes back to be a tie at some point in time. This
Timeout.
is shocking.
Yes. Timeout now for CLG. They've got to figure out how to close this match. I think you go heavy. I think the one thing we haven't really seen them do is go for some kind of heavy towards the B bomb site play. Maybe they just don't like it. I mean, it especially wouldn't be a bad thing because they've gotten some mid control when they've outside of that first round where Yale was at sandbags with the AWP. They got pretty good mid control when it was just Pickle with the AWP there. They can get out, they can force him back, and then you can split the B bomb so we can just go heavy towards B. But they haven't really messed with that outside of it feels like that round with Kusta getting in towards checkers. Not B bomb site team. Either way, they're really stumped on how to get past this double op. And actually, pretty interesting is. I almost brought it up last round, was Pickle had the AWP in last round, and Showtime has it this time, so they've gone a little bit back and forth, perhaps situational. Maybe it was just with dropping weapons. They kind of lost track of it. Either way, 3 members of the Luminosity side over 10,000. There's only 2 rounds left, so not a huge deal, but just to show you how little success has been happening on this T side for CLG. It's been very uninspiring. 12-3 lead at half. Luminosity's come all the way back, much like Train, except the other way around.
Finesse and Kusta working together toward A main. It's going to be Cutler that heads out towards Squeaky. She's again going to be the one to deny them inside of the site.
Yeah, and Ricky's just waiting for a push. This is very passive again, just silence across the map. Neither team using utility. They have no indication of where anyone is. No feeling of pressure, no aggression from anyone, so why use the utility? If they're going to let the clock run down, CT side's going to have plenty to bottleneck those choke points.
Now or never, boys. Bomb waiting at the stairs of A main. It's Kusta up late to try and find a pick towards Z. He's got the crosshair placement there. PGL flirts with it. He's got the angle. And he goes. Kusta's got to hit it. Does. They get the opening pick for the first time in a very long time as they fight for the first match point.
Yeah, the clock is running down. That 20 seconds left. That pick was very, very late in the round.
Ethan that goes. Yell down. Good start again. Molotov in behind the forklift. This time Shiz can't do anything as they manage to wrap around. And Ethan stepping up when he's needed to find Showtime. It leaves Destiny in a rotation. And the Destiny might run dry because they've come so close. But yet now they give up map point. They can still fight for the overtime. I would say the momentum would still be with them if they can get that far. Good kill onto Ethan as he gets flashed in. It doesn't really land. But still, I don't think Destiny's got any chance in this. They've got so much money, might as well go for it, though. Hurt them as much as possible in the economy. And there it is. Kusta manages to at least keep 3 players alive. They'll be fine.
You've got to be feeling crushed if you're PKL to give up that critical pick at that point in the round. 30 seconds left on the clock, but at the same time, with your team having no information, you feel like you have to be able to spot if they've dropped down, if they've gotten out mid. You've got to be able to spot something, so he goes for it. And from there, Ethan's just a wild man. Doesn't let him get away with anything. Chases down 3 kills. That is quite nice from him. He's having a very good game. 23-24. Ricky with 26 and Kusta with 24. 15-14. And you would have to be crushed if you're Luminosity to make this comeback and not get it. For elimination as well.
Yeah. Yeah, back against the rope. 15-14. Did not expect us to get drawn out this time.
No, it looked so dominant from CLG that you didn't expect this to happen. In a way, that's where we are now. 5 seconds left in freeze time, last round of regulation. The hard part is if you're Luminosity, you can't really call aggression either, because CLG's been so patient at the start of these rounds. It's very, I mean, it's designed to prevent that kind of aggression, right? Actually, it looks like one's going to go towards the door. Looks like Yale wanted to pick it with the AWP. Luminosity has switched back into single op. Here comes aggression towards A main. FNS is here. This is a big battle. He gets the dink. There's the op spotted out as well. Opening pressure won by CLG.
FNS gets boosted. PKL's just going to wait. Remember, he was the one that went down last round to start things off. Slow pace again from CLG. A minute this time, and Kusta's already trying to get the peak. I'm not sure what PKL serves to do by breaking out that vent other than tell Kusta he's near the white box. And down he goes, masks it with a shot. But he's got to watch the box. He has to get someone over his shoulder. I think he does. I think Ethan or Ricky's still watching that position as they work their way out, but an op to go around the corner first. Shadow position as well? That doesn't work.
No, that's terrible, actually. Ricky's up next, and that flashbang from his team actually blinds him, saves PKL's life. Ricky's got to come around this quick, and no, PKL is the hero. That is very, very weak from CLG, and now they put himself in a tough spot. They have to hit this A bomb site. Still 2 players here, though. Yell and Shiz, Showtime's on the way. It's all on Cutler. That is stunning! And a second one. He's opened it all up, and he's not... Oh, can he get the third? No. He does fall to Showtime.
But big damage done. Showtime's on 24. It's enough for him to take down Ethan. It's FNS again. This time, he doesn't just have a pistol behind quad. and he's only got 2 instead of 4 to go against. They must expect this position because he planted the bomb. They know for certain that Cutler did not. They're both in front of him. Low HP, Showtime's down, but now it's a straight one-on-one. And Destiny has HP to take the fight, but FNS has the angle, and CLG takes it in 2 maps, but only by a little margin. I think 11 rounds total T-side. I lost count, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it came down to the wire there at the end, didn't it?
Cutler saved them.
Yeah, that was huge from Cutler. Yeah, poor T-halves from both teams.
Yeah, very, very
maps.
poor.
But great. I mean, we saw Cutler. I mean, we saw Kusta. We saw Ricky have good games. We saw Ethan step it up for the first time in the series. He had a pretty weak train. It felt like, at least in the T half. But good throughout the map for him. Big impact.
Well, with that, we do say goodbye to Luminosity, but we say hello to the Frog.
Ribbit.
Oh,
Thank
you
you
playing
guys.
us now?
Well, why not? You know, got to accept my fate as the Frog Man. How you guys doing?
That was exciting, wasn't it?
It was.
We almost had the exact opposite happen once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Reverse
reverse sweep almost. Again.
Almost.
Almost.
So Finesse saved the day.
Yep.
Got the 2-on-1 there. That was quite exciting last round, wasn't it?
It was. You know what? I like this version of CLG. I want this to be the one going forward where it's Ethan and Ricky and Kusta doing well. And I don't mind if Finesse and Cutler, like, they don't have to do as much. It doesn't bother me if they don't do so much. I mean, they did well enough.
What was Cutler and Finesse there the last
yeah,
few
that
rounds?
was the duo that then ended it, right?
Yeah.
But the other 3 guys were just carrying this game a lot. And I think that's good. I think that's really good.
That was really cool. Just to point out the first half as well, it looked like CLG had ran away with it. We were doubting their CT setup was actually really strong. They actually looked like they knew what they were doing. It was when they got on the T side, they seemed like they're kind of the classic NA thing. When you get that amazing scoreline, then all of a sudden it starts slipping away, your defaults aren't working, the money starts slipping back. And let's look at the T pistol, right? It looked amazing. You had the 12-3, you won the pistol, Ricky's Deagle came out, he got that double kill. We thought, okay, they're going to close this out straight away. But then, as usual, CLG get to that second round kind of anti-eco situation. Slow default in towards B, it just seemed like it wasn't enough, and they got taken down. I think they would have been better off just like at least in some sort of execution. I think they get picked off one by one, and that was the beginning of the deficit. And Luminosity got straight back into it. Yeah, as usual, playing lights out. That was the play you liked, wasn't it?
That was the best, isn't it? I mean, just the best.
Flashbang out.
It was I think it was Ricky in the corner. The fact that he didn't even like try and do anything. He just held the grenade and said, "Listen, this is over anyway. I'm not gonna try."
So many sick clutches in this game as well. That one from Kus on that B bomb side just then as well. He looked so confident within himself. It's great to see the Orpers playing like that. This was almost devastating. Yell with the Tech 9. It was like a 2-on-5, I think, at one point. Yeah. It comes down to the 1v1 between him and Cutler, I believe. Yeah, there it is. And yeah, can't quite win the round, but it would have been so sick if he'd have pulled that one off. Would have been one of those legendary clutches of the entire tournament, as the casters pointed out. It's Kusta getting wall bangs as well. There's so many nuts rounds within this game. Like, you kind of forget how many stacked up.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable game, in fact. I mean, and the casters were saying, well, we can't believe that it happened again, right? But it did. If you were watching Train, if you joined us, you wouldn't have known. But on Train, it was a similar story.
Yeah.
Tremendous first half on the one side, and then almost throwing it away in the second half.
So we do say goodbye to Luminosity, James, you pointed out, and they're going to be against Cloud9. After this sort of performance, I'm feeling more confident for them now. Like, at the beginning of the tournament, I would have said, no way, I think Cloud9 will completely stomp them. But this is looking promising from CLG. They've got what it takes to close out games now. When the things do start going completely wrong for them, they seem like they can calm themselves down, close out the games, even going down 12-3 in the first map and managing to pull that back. They've got the upper end of the spectrum this time. The same thing started to happen to them. They just about edged it out and managed to kind of not fall into the trap of force buying and trying to end as quickly as possible. They just looked like they were quite calm about the whole situation, which was good to see.
Yeah.
So, do you not think, though, that... Do you think then they'll find this as a positive then? Because I thought that the fact that they took it so close to the wire at the end there, though.
I think, yeah, obviously that's scary, but it's the fact is they still got the 2-0, right? And yeah, they're closing out games, and everyone seems to be stepping up at one point. Like the names, like Anders pointed out, we don't expect Cutler and Finesse to be the names finding huge clutches and winning matches for the team. Like Finesse, 2v1 clutch at the end, they would have been really celebrating that. Like it's an amazing amount of pressure being released at that point. It's like, thank God we pulled through it, we got it. Like it doesn't matter what the scoreline was, you got the win. That's all that really matters at the end of the day in these sort of tournaments. You get the W's on the board, and then you're going through to the next round where you can be reset and you can try and avoid the same mistakes that were made in the previous game.
Yeah.
And how about the Luminosity squad then? What can they take from this? They're
Still quite a young team. They haven't really been on the circuit that long. They've been playing ESL Pro League this season, right? And they've had up and down results. Didn't make the finals, of course, but I think this is good. I think it's been a great kind of display of what they can potentially be like as a team. Some potential there for sure. But the fact they've got Showtime and Yale performing at this sort of level looks fantastic. I think in a few more months, they definitely could be competing for like the maybe third best Brazilian team. Like, that's probably what they are now. But I mean, like going up the ranks and showing us they can maybe get to a few more events. And that's why we keep saying the Mind is so good, just to show us what other teams are out there outside of even like tier 2 and 3, like in other regions and stuff that we don't get to see so much.
So who do we think then has come out on top as the Mummy MVP?
It's got to be Ricky again, I think. Lights out.
Yeah,
Really?
it was close towards the end between Ricky, Ethan, and Kusta.
Yeah,
but,
so I can tell you it was marginal. It was very close, but it was Kusta in the end.
There's Jason's boy somehow beating Ricky. I think that seems fixed, if anything. But I'm not. I still think he was great. That's an amazing performance from him. 24 kills, 19 deaths, 4 assists. Trade kills were high as well. 6 of those, pretty good for an AWPer. Yeah. Opening kills 3. That's also very good. Clutches. He only got 1, but what a clutch it was towards that B site. So that was, in terms of impact rating, just winning that clutch and destroying the money for the opposite side. Kept that strong scoreline going, getting the 12-3. That was really cool to see. So yeah, great game from him. I think I've been convinced he's a very decent player. Never really paid that much attention to him before, but this was a great showing from him this game.
Got to agree. I think he pulled them out of that 14-14 situation, right? He got boosted up in the middle and he got that opening frag on PGL. Sure. Those sorts of frags are big because they were losing their grasp on that game.
Absolutely.
So that's a pretty big impact kill as well. Yeah.
So CLG then go through to play Cloud9. Any brief thoughts then, Anders?
I think it's anyone's game, really.
Yeah, anyone's game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Stu was tweeting that they were going to go in here, lights out, no respect at all. They were just going to try and run them over. So
they've said these teams say that all the time.
Yeah.
Right? They always tweet this sort of stuff. Like, you got to be careful when you start saying that. As soon as they lose the pistol and they lose the first gun round, let's see how much lack of respect they have. Like, sure, they get a great start, they might be able to do that, but if things start going wrong for them and they don't have the full buys, I don't think they'll be that confident.
No, probably not. I think this is going to be a tough matchup for Cloud9. I think this could get real close. So I look forward to it. I think this is going to be a game to watch, really.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic.
Okay, thanks for your insight, guys. We do say goodbye to Luminosity. This is it now, losers bracket. You lose these best of 3s and you're out, and they will not be going to the major qualifier. But next up, we do have Cloud9 and CLG to see who'll take that second spot in the grand final and the second spot at the major qualifier. We'll be back later with that game.